Well, good morning. This is Mark Edelman, speech-language pathologist, and welcome to the teaching of talking. This particular video is about apraxia of speech, and I'm going to make it just very plain and simple because people like it plain and simple. I know I do. There are lots of things that we can learn, and they're complicated things, but if we make it plain and simple, the complicated thing doesn't really end up being all that complicated. It just seems complicated because we don't know it. We're not familiar with the terminology. We're not familiar with the techniques. So that applies to just about anything in life. I mean, anybody can learn just about anything if it's presented in a way that's simple, that's easy. So this particular video is going to be about apraxia. And apraxia is what we call a motor speech difficulty. That means the person has difficulty moving their tongue. They have difficulty moving their tongue out of their mouth for the TH. They have difficulty moving their tongue up against the front teeth or behind the front teeth for the sounds T, D, N, L, S, SH, and CH. Okay, so there's a place for the tongue to go for all of the sounds of speech. And what happens is that with apraxia, a person, it's kind of like the hard drive gets deleted. So the program that the individual operates under for speaking, the program for articulation, the program for the sounds of speech, basically gets deleted. Well, it may not be deleted, it's in there, but the connectors to the areas that know what to do are seemingly not there. All right? So when we help people speak better who have apraxia, we've got to teach them how to speak again. So we have to teach them how to move their lips, how to move their tongue for the specific speech sounds. Now, a lot of therapists, when I was coming up, and still there are many, because many institutional instructors teach oral motor exercises, and oral motor exercises don't do it. Oral motor exercises just, stick your tongue out, move it to the left, move it to the right, stick it in, stick it out, all of that stuff. That doesn't do anything for speech. What does for speech is knowing the sounds of speech and knowing where the articulators go for those sounds of speech, and then teaching an individual how to make the sound, and then as they become adept at making sounds again, then giving them very simple words in the beginning that have those sounds in them. So it's a very simple process for people who understand the process. And there are two problems here. Number one, there are a lot of therapists and there are a lot of people who don't understand those principles as far as therapy is concerned. Well, maybe they do understand those principles, but they don't apply them. It's much more expedient to give somebody a talking machine or AAC device when the work can adequately, in many cases, be done in the proper way so that the individual with apraxia can learn to talk again. It's a very intensive approach, but it can be very easily done. Just about anything can be very easily done as long as you make it simple enough. So that's all I wanted to share with you today about apraxia, that you can learn how to do speech therapy to help people with apraxia. And it's not something that you do with workbook exercises or iPads or anything like that. It's something that you as a caregiver need to learn how to do. And once you know how to do it, you can do it at home very easily and in a fun and simple way. And just remember too that speech therapy is not something that an iPad can do the work. It just can't. The only way an individual really improves their talking, especially in severe to profound cases, is with another person to talk to who can show them, who can say the words, slowly or make them louder, and therefore help the individual with apraxia speak with clarity. We're writing a book about it. We're almost done with that book. And we hope you've enjoyed this little video. With apraxia of speech, it's not going to be better by singing Happy Birthday or singing a bunch of songs or anything like that, or iPads or anything like that. You have to understand speech, and you have to understand where the tongue goes for certain sounds, and you have to learn which sounds are the person is having difficulty, so that you can show them the sounds that they need to make, and do it in a very systematic way. And that's what we do with the teaching of talking. So down underneath the video are a bunch of different links, so that if you'd like to follow us on Facebook, or if you'd like to get weekly videos, or if you'd like to speak to me, there's a questionnaire down there, or if you'd like to purchase an independent study course for aphasia. Then there are also there's mild apraxia, and there's some definite things that you can do with that we write about in the Teaching of Talking book. But if you've got a severe to profound apraxia, you want to soon order the Apraxia book, which will be coming out probably within the next month or so. So we hope that you have a great day today. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon, okay? Bye-bye now.